What's up, YouTube? It's me, GN10, and as we all know, the Shard is widely regarded as, the tallest building in the UK. It's famous. It was completed in London in 2013, so I actually took a trip to the Shard in February 2022 to the top of the observation deck, and I've got a few um, images from the top myself that I took. Um, it's got 73 floors. So the height to tip is 306 meters, and then the occupied height is 244 meters. So like if we're measuring to the tip 306 meters, then the Shard is definitely not the tallest structure in the UK. But if we're measuring from the highest occupied floor, then it's still not. If we're counting like freestanding structures, that don't count as buildings because there's not enough occupied floor height or usable floor height. However, I would highly recommend a visit to the observation deck. I was there for sunset. Very nice views from up there. That's me at the top. Um, so as we can see here, just from tallest freestanding structure alone, um, the Emily Moore TV tower is actually taller than the Shard, not only to the height to the tip of the spire, but also the highest occupied floor. Um, so if we have a closer look, so no, just to clarify, to count as a building, at least 50% of the height has to be usable floor space, right? But since this is a television tower, is less than that, so it doesn't qualify as a building. So the top floor height of the Emily Moore TV mast near Huddersfield is 860 feet compared to the Shard's 800 feet, making this actually taller. And then in the next category, we have got guide masts. So these are not freestanding structures. These are just little steel lattice towers held up by guy wires. And as we can see, there are four of those taller than the Emily Moore TV tower. I notice here there's two Calbeck TV masts, so I don't know if there's actually two of them there right now. But in terms of any structure, it doesn't have to be freestanding. Emily Moore TV tower is the fifth tallest, and the Shard is the ninth tallest. So as we can see here, the very tallest structure in the UK is the Skelton mast in Skelton, England. So this is literally just a communications mast in the middle of a countryside that is held up by guy wires, and it's basically just a thin metal structure, like a lattice structure. So just to clarify, to give it a quick rundown, the current 365-meter mast contains a Royal Navy very low frequency transmitter, which is used to transmit encrypted orders to submarines, including the Trident SLBM fleet. So it uses Attis Aerial, the actual 365-meter high guide steel lattice mast, which is insulated against the ground and is the tallest structure in the UK. And as for the Emily Moore TV tower, it is a tapered reinforced concrete tower used for communication. So it distributes I believe it distributes the television, the radio, local radio stations, and it actually got grade 2 listed in 2002 for its architectural interest and everything, which is cool. So there is actually footage from inside this tower. Luckily, there is a lift that goes up to the top. Once you're at the top, there are unspoiled views of the countryside, and there's also a plumb bob at the top to show you the tower swaying, the swaying of the tower and everything. The Shard in London was completed in 2013. It houses a hotel, residential, offices, and of course the observation deck at the top. So it was designed for the glass shards at the top to sort of like blend into the sky, and 306 meters to the tip, 244 meters to the highest occupied floor, which is not quite as high as the Emily Moore TV Tower. However, the Emily Moore TV Tower is not an actual building.